starting on Tuesday. Did you know filmmakers working here in Texas can expect less help from the state? It is just one of the 31 changes to state law covered in a series of reports from our friends over at the Texas Tribune. It's called 31 Days, 31 Ways. Tribune managing editor Ian Mitra joining us again on this Friday. Thank you so much for being here.
Oh, thanks for having me.
All right, this is interesting because Austin loves their filmmakers, you know, and it employs a lot of people. So tell me how this cut in incentives is going to affect us.
Yeah, so the cuts to the film incentive program was cut by 2/3 almost, from 95 million last session to about 30-something million this session.
It's a lot.
And the concerns among filmmakers is that they're going to lose projects in Texas to places like Louisiana and New Mexico, which have continued to have pretty strong incentive programs. And they're worried that it just could hit the film industry a little bit here.
What was the reasoning for cutting that much money from the budget?
The concerns that were raised were among some Tea Party Republicans that they didn't want to pick winners and losers.
I see.
And so they didn't want to, give these incentives. So that was the main concern here.
And so how is that going to impact the films that are already being shot in Texas then?
So there's still the program. It's still being funded. And so I think incentives that have already been approved will continue. And there's still production costs that are being supported here. So there's still money there, but it's like moving forward, it'll be tougher for projects to get money.
Okay, let's talk about something that I think is very timely because it's back to school for so many Central Texas students, okay? There is a law that is allowing doctors to actually get paid for diagnosing children via a remote video chat. Tell me how this works.
Right, so this is for students who are enrolled in Medicaid. This allows doctors to get paid to diagnose these kids remotely. They can stay in school. This is through computer technology where doctors can actually see through a camera. With the aid of a nurse on site, they can use these special stethoscopes and otoscopes for ear checks. These are just basically to diagnose ailments that otherwise shouldn't keep a kid out of school. This keeps the kid in school, keeps the parents from missing work to go to a doctor's appointment. They can get diagnosed in school. The parents can pick up their kids after school and pick up their prescriptions.
So much easier.
So it would be easier.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so that would be the pros for that. What is the con? What are the critics saying about what this may lead up to?
Yeah, the concern is really that kids should always see a doctor face to face, and that there's just things that could get missed. So that's the real concern, is that they want that face time with the doctor. And the doctors who have worked with this type of technology say that this is not a blanket technology that's used to cover all kinds of diagnoses. This is just for specific things that could be diagnosed that would keep kids in school. These aren't serious conditions. Okay,
so there are definitely some restrictions on this one.
Absolutely.
I love these things that you do because I don't know about these laws until you come in. So that's interesting to me. But let's talk about what you're doing when it comes to state parks. You have something working on that on Sunday.
Right. So this will be about some funding that's been opened up for state parks. Park funding for maintenance had been kind of dry a little bit because there's a tax on sporting goods sales that was specifically earmarked for parks maintenance, and that hasn't been used for that specifically lately. And so a new bill that we're going to write about this weekend, a new law now, is actually making sure that those tax dollars do go to parks maintenance. And there are already some projects that are being prioritized.
Okay, thank you so much for that. It's always good seeing you.
Thanks a lot. Thank you.